My name is Drew Fraze. I currently live in Flagstaff, Arizona, soon to be Tucson, Arizona.
Ilse McDonald. I'm from Cochrane, Alberta in Canada. Spend most of my winters in Phoenix, so like lots of time down here during the winter months.
Whiskey, it's going to be cold in the morning and it's going to be kind of hot, grassy, exposed later. So it's a true Arizona single track experience, you know? So fire season kind of visited us a little bit early here in northern Arizona. Big fire, the tunnel fire in Flagstaff.
It was really worrying at first because, I mean, Tuesday we were just like, should we pack up the car? Should we get ready to leave?
That impacted our route here. The folks at Aravaipa were able to throw together a new reroute.
When Watson Lake closed, I thought, there's no way Aravaipa is going to be able to pull this off. So, you know, pretty much we're not going to be able to do this race.
You know, I was a little worried we were just going to be doing maybe more roads and exposed stuff, and I was pleasantly surprised that we still got into Pines. I was very impressed by Aravaipa staff throwing together a new route in 48 hours. It's amazing. Got into ultra running after hiking the Arizona Trail, spending a lot of time on trails in wilderness in the state of Arizona, and just like being out on single track so much that it seemed like a really fun and efficient way to cover a lot of ground. So that kind of led me to running. It's faster than hiking, it's a little more fun than hiking. And Basin was, I think, my first run that I tried over 50 miles.
I started probably 2015. I think I dabbled in some 50Ks and a couple of mountain runs and just really enjoyed it. I kind of branched into ultra running after doing a stint of Ironmans. Started doing Ironmans and discovered I had a talent for endurance events and did a few, and then I thought, oh, I want to change things up a bit, so I tested the waters with the ultra running and just absolutely loved it. So actually, my whole family signed up for this race a few years ago. The plan was they were going to come down and stay with us in Phoenix, and I have 3 sisters, and we had all picked an event, and my cousin was coming as well, and it was a great race because it has so many distance options, so that's why we choose this. And then the pandemic happened and we had to leave Phoenix, and then the border closed, so I wasn't able to do the postponed race that year, and then I was stuck in Canada for 2 years with the border closure. So this is the first time since the pandemic that I actually made it to the start line. So.
had a lot of fun running back and forth with Elsa. Super strong, definitely the contender I'm rooting for at Western States this year. It was a good time. She's so strong, and it was really awesome watching her and just finish strong and crush it. It was amazing to watch.
Definitely feel like I have 4,000 feet of climbing on my legs.
We'll get you
Okay.
something to eat.
Woo!
Way to go, Elsa. How's it feeling out there?
It's hard. That altitude, my gosh. Not used to that. The course is stunning though. We're both being conservative because we both kind of wanted to hit the downhills hard on the way back. So I think that we had both the same race strategy, and so we didn't really push each other too hard because of that. And then we would lose each other at the aid stations and stuff like that, and then we'd hook up again, and it was actually really hard to see people because of the winding single track, because even if they were a couple hundred meters behind you, you still couldn't see them. So when I left Iron Springs the second time, I knew he was close, and I kept expecting him to close the gap, and I never saw him again, so I wasn't quite sure how far behind he was.
You know, I thought I'd be able to play it safe and just cruise the back half of this, and it was just a struggle fest with the typical nausea. But sometimes you just got to grind it out, you know? Sometimes you learn skills help you grind it out better. Sometimes you make the same mistakes and end up grinding it out nonetheless. The friends I've made in running are they're awesome. They're just great people. And I've never had such an awesome friend base as when I started running. And I love coming to events like this and just seeing a bunch of people. You know, it's usually like the same crowd and then new friends. It's awesome. I love the running community. It's the best. I don't think I'd be the person I am today without running in the running community.
Parker and Carol Northrop. We usually run the Sundog aid station, and early when our first year of doing it, we decided to offer whiskey since it's Whiskey Basin. For the last aid station, it propels the runners home. We have our traditional Thumb Butte Bloody Basin whiskey, obviously a local hometown favorite, but honestly, Fireball's more popular. It seems to get people to Fireball finish easier.
Run in Prescott, come to Whiskey Basin. You know, there's a lot of great dispersed camping here, a lot of places to eat and hang out, a lot of good single track. It's really underrated. Come check it out. Whiskey Basin is phenomenal.
Oh, thank you so much for putting this together today. Like just being able to race today was great, and the volunteers and all the work you guys do, and you always put on a great race.